What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Undead Survivor. Here today we are finally doing the minnow trap testing video. The weather has finally been stabled for today. I'm going to be running a couple errands while I let the trap do its thing. Probably give it about maybe an hour and a half, just kind of let it settle down and do its work. Now, just a reminder, if you have not seen the minnow trap video, the link is in the description, but my trap is a little bit different from your basic minnow trap. We're going to be driving down this little spot. It's one of the creeks I shot in Undead Survivor Part 2. There might be a spot available. I'm going to see if it's there. But if not, I know another location. I'm hoping that we can catch at least one minnow, because that way, if that does happen, then I know that the trap works 100%. So hopefully soon, when the weather gets really nice and warm, I can actually set out to do more minnow trapping videos if that's what you guys are interested in. I know some of my followers are really interested in seeing this trap work, so let's get to it. Okay, so change of plans. It turns out the spot that I was originally going to, there was already a lot of kids and teenagers playing out there, and I don't really want to mess with my trap. So I'm parked outside of my old house right there where I would shoot Undead Part 1 and 2. Instead of going through the long trail, I'm going to try to take a shortcut. Hopefully no one has a problem with me going that way. My biggest concern about doing this whole thing is the homeless people that have been living back there. They've been reported by just doing drugs and all sorts of illegal stuff back there ever since we've shut down some of the trap houses here in town. Hopefully they won't mess with it. I'll be gone for about an hour and a half. We'll take it from there. Hopefully no one steals my trap, and let's hope it goes good. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are at the location where we shot Undead Part 3. Right here is where we shot it. It actually looks so much different. I might have to reuse this location. So the problem is we're gonna have to go on a little hike to go get to the creek. So hopefully we don't have any problems. I did talk to a local neighbor that I used to know, and he said he hasn't seen anyone back there, so hopefully we got a good shot of no one stealing my trap. I kind of wish that I wore my boots because it was a little wet back here. All right, so we're about to enter this little trail here. I see something over there. I don't know what that is, but I'll probably go check it out on my way out. I did, however, do a live stream when I found deer antlers, and it's a little late in the season, but I could probably find something, and my gosh, look how thick this stuff is. Let's see here. Is that a pull floaty? And it is like muddy as can be back here. So I feel like if we just take this little trail here, we should be good. I do see some tire tracks. They look fresh, so hopefully that's something we don't have to deal with on being on someone's property. I can find some deer antlers back here. That would be pretty cool. Maybe some turkey feathers. That would be pretty awesome. I'm not quite 100% sure what this trail leads to, but we're just going to go with the simple one that I know. I'm going to have to walk across this. Oh, and we got some shotgun shells, so like I said, hopefully we're not trespassing or we're going to have to deal with anyone. The only protection I have on me is a pocket knife, but that doesn't really seem to do good when you're up against the guy with a shotgun. Old Street's right over there. You can see the house. I'm looking at some pretty thick deer tracks here, so that's a good sign. Look at this. That's pretty cool. It's still doing well for a tree that's being leaned over. I'm gonna have to create a path over here somewhere. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Not too far. Looks like we might have a spot or two. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Oh yes, so this is where I shot Undead Part 2 over here. I just did a commentary video about that not too long ago. Whoa, hold the fudge. There's a whole sign right there. I don't think that was there last time I've been here, and it's been a couple of years. We do got some fresh boot tracks here. So it does look like someone's been here recently. So hopefully my trap doesn't get stolen. This is the spot right here where I shot Undead Part 2, where I got shot in the shoulder. Oh, we got signs of minnows. Good sign though. I think what I should do, so this looks about to be the deepest part of the creek right here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to the top of this bank right here, and I'm gonna set the trap right there. And I should have wore my boots. I did not think about that. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna cast the trap out here and we're gonna post it up against this tree right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up and hopefully this works. Okay, so this is what I have rigged up. I got this little twine that I found in my old garage. I put 2 loaves of bread in here with a little bit of peanut butter on this end. Because when I hear that fish, when they smell something really strong, it lures them. So who doesn't like peanut butter? And I did add a little bit of peanut butter to kind of help them guide through the trap right here. So hopefully that works. So we're gonna cast this out and we're gonna try to find something to help stick together. We're probably just gonna put it up against a little twig or something. Okay, so this is the deepest part right here. So I do apologize, I don't have a cameraman, so I might have to set the phone down to cast this out. And I just dropped the string. The thing it's casted right there. As you can see, the thread is barely holding onto it, so I'm gonna try to climb down there and try to grab it and hopefully find something to wrap it around with. Okay, so luckily I do have the trap. It is barely right there. See if I can try to get a close-up zoom of it. It's right there. Unfortunately, the current is kind of pushing it back that way, upstream, but it's not too deep, so if anything, I will have to probably get into this creek and try to find it if it does get loose, but I did tie it to this little twig right here, and not too tight, so that way I can unleash it, but it looks like just a huge mess. We're not going for accuracy here. We're just trying to catch at least 1 minnow. Hopefully we do catch something. The water isn't too bad. You can clearly see through it. Okay, so maybe I have like a couple of hours daylight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Come back for it here real soon. I'm gonna give it about an hour and a half. Hopefully we catch something. All right, so we're finally out of the woods. We're back in the field. And I decided that I'm not using the stabilizer for this project right now because I think it's really just meant for stay still projects. I guess my only concern, well, I have 2 concerns. 1, I didn't tie the rope tight enough. 2, someone could have been watching me and could be messing with my trap, so hopefully we don't have to deal with that situation. Next time I come back through here, I'll be wearing my boots. But yeah, this is where we shot Undead Part 2. There's a little concrete tube that my character was resting in. Actually, I did lose a crossbow bolt back there at one point, so maybe in the next videos, maybe I'll try to find it, because I did find one when I was working on Undead Part 3. I'm gonna go run some errands, come back, and hopefully we catch something in the trap. So I never really explained why I said that I was just gonna let it set out for about an hour. Most minnow traps are usually set overnight, or some people will come to check their traps after 20 minutes. So I think that's the case of people checking their traps, because people will steal other people's traps. But hopefully just over an hour, hopefully nothing happens to it. I will come back to it soon. And the goal is just to catch 1 minnow. That's all we need to catch. Okay, so we're back at the field right now. As you can see, the sun's kind of going down right now, and I don't want to risk being out here when it's dark. I could just let the trap sit overnight, but then again, I really don't know what I'm dealing with out here. There have been signs of people being there recently, so who knows. We've got someone mowing their lawn right there. I thought that was a four-wheeler at the moment, because we do have four-wheeler tracks out here. I do hope we catch something in the trap. If we don't, sometimes that's just the game right there. Sometimes you catch something, sometimes you don't. What I'm predicting is that I probably picked the wrong spot. I probably didn't use the right bait. This time I brought my boots, but it has been over an hour. So hopefully we catch something. Here's a better view right here. I count 3 shotgun shells right here. I haven't seen any deer antlers. I should have gone shed hunting when the time was right. Back under this tree again. This is actually a really cool tree right here. These little petals right here. It's pretty cool. Comment down below what kind of petals these are. Alright, we're walking up towards the creek right now. Hopefully we catch something. I am hoping we catch something. So good news. Our trap is still there. Hopefully we caught something. I can't really tell from here. And did we catch something? We didn't catch a damn thing. Nothing. We're gonna go down here real quick so I can show you. Hopefully we don't scare any of them off. Let's see if we can try to catch something on camera here. Okay, well, I'm not currently seeing anything at the moment, But right there, up ahead, looks like some little spot right there I could probably set the trap at next time. I'm not seeing any active minnows right now, but I did see them earlier. The water isn't bad, so I don't think it's too murky out. Maybe next time I could probably put it up right here. Doesn't look too deep, but nice little stream that runs up here, connects from this little spot. This doesn't look like to be a bad spot up here. I don't know, I could be doing this whole thing wrong. I could have, 1, gotten the wrong bait, the trap wasn't properly done, or 3, I just picked the wrong spot. Alright, so the sun's going down, I grabbed the trap, I just went ahead and threw the bread into the stream. Unfortunately, we did not capture anything, but sometimes that's the name of the game. So I could just be doing it all wrong. I'm not a professional when it comes to minnow trap. Like I said, I could have just picked a wrong spot. I didn't give it enough time. Probably used the wrong bait. Or the mesh of this trap might be too big, which I highly doubt, but you never know. So I'm gonna walk to the car and we'll discuss more about it. Alright, I finally made it home. The bad news is we didn't catch anything. The good news is I got to experience what it's like to set out a minnow trap and got to explore the woods a little bit, so that's always fun. So today wasn't a complete loss. When it comes to minnow trapping, you're going to have days where you're going to catch something and you're not going to catch something. That's just like fishing itself. I could go cast it out again tomorrow, but sadly this was the only time of the week that the weather was going to be nice enough. I hear next week it's just going to be raining, cloudy, and it's just going to be cold again. But I'm really hoping that this weather will let up at some point soon. It is springtime, Easter's this weekend. I do have a buddy that I've been in contact with who can show me a couple minnow holes. And I do have faith that this trap will work. Maybe I just need to set it out longer. Maybe I need to find an actual minnow hole. Maybe I could try a different bait. If you guys have any recommendations, please comment down below. But all in all, it wasn't a bad day. Thank you very much for watching Undead Survivor. I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed this video. I had a good time being out in the woods, enjoying the sunset, going back to my old roots of exploring the woods. It was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching Undead Survivor. I will see you in the next one. Undead out.